Hi, guys. My name is Coach Ariel, and I'm here to tell you a little bit more about what it's like when I create one of my clients' meal programs or meal plans. So, to give you a little bit more information, my name is Coach Ariel, Ariel Flicker, and I have been a personal trainer and nutrition coach for almost 9 years. I've worked in person at gyms, and I've also worked online as a coach that whole time. And in that time, I've worked with beginners to fitness, I've worked with high level athletes, and everyone in between. And I also have been on plenty of fitness journeys myself. And so I am very equipped to do this type of thing and answer these types of questions. So let's get started. So, the first step when you work with me and I create your meal plan is we sit down and we get really in depth about the foods you like. This is very important because one of the things that a lot of people come to me and ask is, are, are am I actually going to like my meal plan? And my answer is always yes, and I am 100% guaranteeing that because I don't just make up foods for you to eat. I ask you, for example, what a typical breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, drink, and dessert is for you throughout the week. So, as many things as you typically eat, we will go over. And then at that point, we will have a very, hopefully, nice, healthy, long list of options for me to choose from when I make your plan. So, that's step one is going over the foods you like. Pardon me. I just drank a bunch of chocolate milk. So then step two is we go over the foods you don't like because that's actually very important is if I am going to plug in like, oh, so and so needs protein here, an extra carb, I don't want to plug in a banana or applesauce or turkey jerky if you don't have access or you don't like those things. So we talk about the foods you like, that's step one. Then we talk about the foods you don't like or won't eat or don't have access to in step two. Step three is where I go on to my professional calculator. I ask you things like how much do you weigh? How much do you want to weigh? How active are you currently in the gym? Do you even go to the gym? Are you at work actively or are you active at work? So are you a teacher where you're doing kind of a mix of activity? Do you work in construction? Are you very active? Are you a librarian or do you work at a desk maybe? Are you very low activity? So this is all important information to have. I'll also ask you your age, your assigned gender at birth and your gender now, as well as a few other questions to really get in depth as to where your calories should be. Now, that might sound scary, but I don't want you to worry. I do all of the calculating, and what you do is just tell me about the foods you like and don't like. So, step one, two, and three are done. We've talked about the foods we like, the foods we don't like, and now we've calculated your calories. This is where my role comes in as the professional nutrition coach and personal trainer is I will take the calories that you are assigned, and I'm going to convert them into a few different phases of numbers. So again, you don't have to do this. This is something I will do, and if you want to learn more, that's why I'm making this video. But I won't go fully in depth. However, if you want to ask me about that, I am always open to talking. So I'll take your calories, I'll convert that to macronutrients, which just purely means how many carbs, how many proteins, and how many fats to eat in one day. And then I'm going to convert that again to what I call serving sizes. Serving sizes just means instead of a macro, we're going to go like one carb serving, one protein serving, one fat serving, one veggie serving, and one fruit serving. And so that's why my system works for people is no one's counting calories or macros or typically even food servings. It's more of like a backup when you count servings. However, it brings so much more awareness into the balance of nutrients and takes that focus off of, oh, how many calories did I eat? How many calories did I eat? It's like it's such a bad obsession. And if you know my story, you know I got very wrapped up in that as an adolescent. And it's also just not effective. I remember when I had an eating disorder, eating like donuts and cheesy crackers and like I mean, you'd think if I had an eating disorder, I would know to eat healthy foods, but all I cared about were calories. It got me skinny fat and it didn't get me anywhere, and then I developed a terrible relationship with food. So, if you want to learn more about that again, feel free to ask. I'm an open book. But the reason why I preach this practice is because, as you can see, we're going to take your serving sizes, and what I do in step five is I bring it back to step one. So now we know how much to eat of what each day. Now I'm going to plug and play. So I'm going to pick the foods you picked on your list of things you liked, and I'm going to match them with the serving sizes. So again, the foods you liked, match them with the serving sizes. So if you like tacos for dinner and sandwiches for lunch and oatmeal for breakfast or pancakes for breakfast, whatever, I'm going to tell you how much of those foods you should eat to hit your goals. It's actually very simple, and even the math I'm saying that's complex, it's really not, and I'm a pro at it because I've done it literally thousands of times. I've made thousands of meal plans. So that's my process. Now, some common questions are, do I have to count calories? I'll remind you guys, no, you don't have to count calories. You don't have to count anything. And that's because I do all of that work when I create your plan. It's already what I would say it's built into your plan. The calorie counting, built in. You don't need to count. The only thing I recommend is if you're like at the store and you're like, oh my God, there's a billion types of bread. Just pick one and be consistent with it throughout your meal program. So maybe for 12 weeks, you're buying the same brand of bread. You don't have to eat the same sandwich for 12 weeks. You'll learn about that later in the meal program. My point being, be consistent with your choices. Always ask me if you have a question. Lots of people say, oh, how do I measure this? Is it, do I do a cup dry, a cup cooked of pasta? Or is this bread the same as this bread? Or is this cereal the same as this cereal? Feel free to always ask me in the Facebook group, on YouTube, or what I always say to clients is just pick one thing and just be consistent. Don't mess with all the variables, and then you'll know from there, oh, I need to decrease that portion instead of just one day picking one cereal or one pasta and then switching it up every day. You want to be consistent with your choices. That's the best way to reassess things and say, oh, maybe I am going over on my carbs or my fats. Now, I just want to review that process and answer a few more common questions, which is, again, another common question. I'll start there is do I have to go with the foods I like? And I really want to harp on this because it's important. No. As you can tell if you've watched this much in the video and I haven't rambled too much, you tell me the foods you like and don't like in steps 1 and 2. And then in steps 4 and 5, after I calculate the calories in step 3, I create your meal program literally based off the foods you tell me. So I have a client who likes bagels in the morning, so all of her plans have bagels on them. Maybe not every day, but 3 to 4 times a week she has a bagel with some protein and some fat on it, and it's awesome. It's really great. She loves it, and it's taught her how to eat the food she loves but still lose weight, still be healthy and strong for her fitness goals, and also keep things in moderation. So that is the whole process of creating a meal program. Now, I want to talk about how much they cost if you want to work with me. In my VIP month, you get a VIP. In my VIP month, you get a VIP. Oh, that's so silly. In my VIP month, you get a custom workout program and you get a custom meal program and you get coaching for 1 month. That is $400 for 1 month of coaching. However, with the discount that you get either on my email list or in my women's Facebook group, you get that brought down to $320. So it's $80 off. Now, you also can use a payment plan, and it's as low as $36 a month for 12 months. So let me clarify, it's 1 month of coaching, but if $400 or at that point $320 is too much, you can actually break up the payments so that they're as low as $36 a month for a year, and that way you get the most out of the coaching for that month, but you can break up the payments to be really, really cheap, which honestly, I'm just going to be level with y'all, like, you can save $36 a month for a 1 month of life-changing coaching, because you're going to have this plan and this education, this support. You're going to have calls, you're going to have texts, all these awesome things that are going to set you up way beyond that first month. Now, if you are sure that you have, I'd say, bigger goals, bigger things you want to work on, you want to work with me for 6 to 12 months, that you have to apply for. But that's only because I want to get to know you better and learn what your best price point is. I have prices as low as $300 a month for my 6-month coaching, and I can even bring it lower and extend your payment plan. I never turn anyone away. And if you have some bigger goals, like really change your relationship with food, improve your body image, lose or gain more than 10, 15, 20 pounds, you're going to need that 6-month coaching option. So you can apply for that by connecting with me on any of my social media. Just DM me the word apply, or hop on my link at standstore.mermaidfitness by Ariel, and you can see some of the options right now. I am so grateful you guys were here today, and I hope that cleared up some questions about what it's like to work with me and get a meal plan. Have a great day. Bye.